Hey everyone, welcome to Coding Hub's Python Masterclass. We will be covering a lot in this masterclass, from basics of Python to advanced concepts such as object-oriented programming, file handling, networking, understanding about how to create complex applications. We will be integrating artificial intelligence in our application. It's a complete modern course where you will be covering every single modern aspect which are being there in Python. We will be covering through a lot of modules and libraries which are in demand in the industry. So let's get started. We are going to start with our very first lesson where you will be learning about how to set up your VS Code. That's an IDE that helps us to write code, and we will be also installing Python that will help us to execute the code at our machine, right? So what we have to do at the very beginning, we have to search for Visual Studio Code. So you have to just search for VS Code. After that, just click on this very first link which you can see up there. Once that's been done, you will be able to see download for Windows or download for Mac, right? If you're using a Mac, if you're using a Linux, you'll be able to see for Linux, right? So click on download for Windows and the download will automatically start, as you can see, right? Now, while it's downloading, we will also download our Python. Search for Python and then press enter. You can see this one. You will be downloading the latest version. How do you download that? Just click on this downloads option. And after doing that, you can click on this download Python 3.13.3. So this is the latest version when I'm recording the video. If you see something even later than this, download that one, right? So if you are, maybe watching this video in future and you see a latest version, please download that. And now I can also see that the Python has been, downloaded, right? So we will start with installation of the Python first. Click on the Python. Now you have to wait for it to open up. Always remember you have to check both of this, okay? So you have to check this add python.exe to path. Why we are doing this? Because if we will not be setting the path variable, you will not be able to execute your Python codes in your VS Code, or if you want to do it through a different technique, right? Now you have to click on install now, then click on yes. There will be a permission which will definitely appear up there and you have to give it yes. You have to wait for it to complete the installation. It will take around a little bit amount of time, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, depending upon your system configuration. Now let's wait for it. And while it's installing, let's discuss few more things which we have to discuss, right? Make sure that you are also checking the description of the videos every single day, because I will be attaching some practice itineraries up there which you can go through to check back your learning, right? And always ask yourself at the end what you were able to understand and what you were not, and you can raise it in the in the community which we have created at the bottom. There is a lot of Python learners up there, and all of them are ready to help you out. Okay, now click on close. Let's install the VS Code now. So you have to click on VS Code. Now it will also open up. You have to click on I agree the agreement. Yeah, definitely. I will suggest you to read through the agreement if you have time. Then click on next. Now you have to select your location. I will not suggest you to change it. Keep it on the C drive. Let's move forward. Now it will ask you, do you want to create a menu? I will just say, no, I don't want to. Now, yes, definitely check this, create a desktop icon if you want a desktop icon up there at your desktop. Now click on next. And now you have to click on install. Now the installation process will start. It will again take maybe around 1 or 1.5 minutes. We have to wait for it to be, completely completed installation. Okay, so it's going to take some time. I will be waiting up there. And there you go. It's done. Now you can click on finish. Now, if you have done everything correctly, your Python is now installed and your VS Code will open up, right? Your VS Code might open up in a different setup because I was already using VS Code. So it's giving me my layout, whichever I was using. But very few important libraries which are needed to be installed and few extensions which will be needed to be installed. I'll be showing you that. So up here, if you see, there is a lot of option: file, edit, selection, view, go, run, terminal, help, right? What you have to do is click on file, then click on open folder. Okay. After that, you have to select a folder. Now you can select, in your download folders or anywhere, wherever you want to keep it. I will just keep it on my desktop. So I have to create a new folder. I will just create a new folder up here. I will name it as Python Masterclass. And then I will basically select this folder wherever I've kept it, and I will click on select folder. There you go. Once you do that, your folder has been selected, right? Now we have to create a new folder. How do we create a new folder inside this project? So do you see the second option? That's your new folder option. Click on that. Now just mention day one because we are learning day one, right? So we are going through day one. Now, once you're done with that, be careful whenever you're creating a new folder. If you're creating a new folder, ensure you're clicking somewhere up here. So this folder is no more selected, right? Now we have to go inside day one. So we have to click on this arrow. Now day one folder has opened up. Let's click on this first option and let's create a code up here. We will name it as main.py. Py is the extension of Python. Okay, so py basically means a Python file. Now press enter. Now after pressing enter, what you have to do, before even we go up there, let's confirm that Python has been installed. So click on terminal and then click on new terminal. Oftenly you will be also able to see your Python version down up here somewhere, right? So you can click on that and you can choose your Python version. So I installed this one recently. I will click on that. Now by default you might be having only one Python version, so you don't have to worry. You should be able to see that Python version up here. So we installed 3.13.3, so I'm able to see that, right? Now few of the extensions are needed to be installed. Let's focus on that. Now up here you can see a lot of things up going up here. We have to click on this extension, search for Python. Okay, after searching for Python you have to basically click on the Python debugger and this Python one, right? You can install any one and it will automatically install the remaining ones. So right now you can see it's already installed for me. You will be able to see an install button. Just ensure you're clicking on that, right? Few more things we have to check, that is we have to install code runner. So you have to search for code runner. So code runner help us to execute the codes in VS Code. Click on this code runner and you will be able to see that it's already installed for me. Similarly, you have to install this one, right? Now, a few more setup, which a lot of YouTubers might not show you. I will be showing you that how to, execute your code in terminal. So for that, you have to click on this extension. Then you have to basically click on settings. Few of the very important things which you have to ensure you're doing. You will be able to see this auto save option, right? Ensure you are keeping it after delay instead of off. So it will ensure that your codes are automatically getting saved after some time, right? Now, the next thing which we have to do is we have to basically go to terminal. So we have to search for terminal, or you can search for code runner. So we can search for code runner because we just did code runner, and we can basically go to run code configuration. And in run code configuration, you have to go down and you will be able to see run in terminal, right? Ensure you're checking this. By default, it will be unchecked, but you have to check this. This helps us to execute the code directly in the terminal, right? So search for code runner, click on this and check this code runner run in terminal path. Okay, once you're done with this, you're done with the setup of your VS Code. Nothing extra we need up here. Okay, now click on this terminal option at the top. You might see a 3 dots as well if you have kept this in a small window size. Click on that terminal, click on new terminal. Now you have to basically write Python -- version to verify whether you have installed your Python, right? So because I have the older Python selected, it's showing me 3.10.10. Let me change my terminal now. And now I can basically write Python version. And you can see my older version only right now because it might be still triggered with that. Okay. Now let's focus on the remaining parts. By default, if you see this option, maybe your text is being printed up there. That means you have your Python installed successfully. Okay. Now let's understand how will we write our very first code. Okay. So we will learn to print something in Python. So how do we print something in Python? We write a print statement. Print statement help us to print something. But it's not a statement, it's more of like a function. You basically put your circular bracket. So we are calling a function that's name as print, and we are basically passing a parameter that's kind of like a string. Okay, so I will not be confusing you guys with a lot of information. Just understand this in a simple way, that whatever you write in between these two double quotations is going to be printed up there in the screen, right? So I can basically write, hey, coding hub, right? So once that has been done, you can basically wait for some time. It will automatically get saved. If you want to execute it immediately, hold your control key and press S, or you can hold your command key and press S to save your file. Now come up here. You will be able to see this option once you're done with installation of your code runner, right? Extension, which I just showed you. Now click on this bottom, arrow, which you can see, which is pointing toward the bottom side. Click on that. and click on run Python file. Once you do that, you will be able to see your printed thing up here, right? That's your Hey Coding Hub. Now there is few more techniques to print something. Let me discuss about that as well. So we can also print something using single quotation. So that also work. Now you'll be like, hey, Mimo, why do we even need single and double quotation, right? Why don't we use a single one? There is a particular reason for that, right? Let's suppose I want to print maybe Hey Coding Hub and maybe like a single quote and S coding hubs maybe. Now if I am using double quotation, it's fine, it will work perfectly fine, right? And you can see it's going to give me Hey Coding Hub, right? Properly Hey Coding Hubs. But if I change it with single quotation, bam, now it will not work. The reason it will not work is because the Python compiler will think that this string is ending up here and this S is something extra, which is like something which Python is not sure about what it is. So it will basically throw an error. Bam, you can see that, right? So always ensure that if you want to use single quotation inside your string, always use double quotation while you're wrapping it around. But if you want to use double quotation, you can use single quotation, right? So they work, like side by side, right? So that's what it is. Now, this is what was needed to be covered in our very first video. We have covered the installation part. I have shown you how to execute your very first code. And yeah, that's it. I will be meeting you again on your next lesson. And let's get started because this was just the installation part. I'm really excited to show you all of the things which we are going to do. Okay. So in your next lesson, what we are going to cover, we will be covering the basics of printing something, taking inputs, and we will be doing a bit of mathematical operations. So that's it. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day. I'll be meeting you again on the next video. Bye. See you.